today's presentation of the most influential person in 2023, I would like to introduce the person that I respect and look up to, which is my favorite athlete known as the GOAT, Lionel Messi. For today's outline, I will divide the presentation into 4 parts. First, I will briefly introduce Messi's background and the reason why I chose him as my topic. Next up, I will use 4 main points to show you more about him and why he deserves the title. Last but not least, I will conclude my opinions and turn it into conclusion and reflection. Before the introduction, I would like to ask all of you a question. What kind of person would you consider a successful or influential one? To me, it's the spirit of never giving up and the determination of reaching the goal that matters the most. What Messi once said, you have to fight to reach your dream. You have to sacrifice and work hard for it. And only with this sentence can it already prove the reason why I chose him as my topic. Lionel Andres Messi is a professional Argentine football player who plays forward as his position on the field. He was once belongs to FC Barcelona, but in 2021 he changed his club and become a member of PSG. Also, at the same time, he is the captain of the Argentina national football team. He started his football career at a very young age when he was only 5, and he joined the life-changing FC Barcelona at the age of 13. As for his international career, he first joined the national team for teenagers under 20 at the age of 17 and switched to the main team a year later. For now, Messi has won 41 trophies for his country and clubs in total and 54 individual awards. One of them was even announced only 2 weeks ago. And here are some of his most important awards, such as 7 Ballon d'Or awards, 6 European Golden Shoes, 2 FIFA Best Man Players, and 2 FIFA Golden Balls. Besides his outstanding performances on the field and talents, Messi often do something that makes people laugh too. For example, he posted a picture of him holding the World Cup trophy after leading Argentina to the championship in last year's FIFA 2022 Qatar, and this picture soon became the most liked post in the history of Instagram. However, Messi soon found that the trophy he was holding happily in the picture was actually a fake one that was made by a couple of Argentina fans when his teammate Di Maria told him that the real one was actually in his hands. Okay, after the introduction, let's head to the main discussion. And for this part, I have chose 4 of Messi's most historic and important time and moments to talk about. Most people agree that Messi's time in FC Barcelona is when he started to become famous and when the legend began. He joined FC Barcelona at the age of 13 and until 2021 that he has played for the club for 21 years. He has won 34 trophies for the club in total and is the most games played player in the history of this club also. During this period of time, he works really hard to become a better football player and has created a lot of golden moments. For example, the record-breaking 2011 and 12 season and the MSN trio from 2014 to 17. However, after 672 goals, 305 assists, and 778 games, he left the club. In 2021, despite all of his unwillingness, Messi left FC Barcelona due to the fact that the club was facing some serious financial and structural obstacles and the La Liga rules. He described the feelings that he got at that moment as a cold shower, and it is the hardest moment of his career. In the same year, he transferred to PSG and changed his back number from 10 to 30, the number that he used to use when he was younger. Before the blow of leaving Barcelona, Messi actually hit some walls in the national team from 2015 to 16 as well. At that time, the national team has lost the Copa America 2 years in a row, and Messi was one of the 2 Argentina players to miss the penalty kick in 2016. He was frustrated about this incident, and at the same year that he announced his retirement from the national team, but later returned. Fortunately, that he didn't give up and came back stronger instead. From 2019, Messi has led the national team to a historic 36 games unbeaten streak, and in 2021 that they finally win the Copa America, and it is the first trophy that Messi has won with the national team. Also, 5 years later, Messi finally fulfilled his biggest dream by winning FIFA 2022 with the national team and finally bring the World Cup back to Argentina. During his entire career, Messi has achieved countless of achievements and even break a lot of world records. For example, in 2012, Messi became the Guinness World Record top goal scorer by a calendar year by 91 goals. Also, he is the most trophies won player in the history of Barcelona and the most goals in a La Liga season by 50 goals. As for the awards that he has received, he's the football player who has won the most Ballon d'Or awards in the history by 7, and the first and only player in history to win the 5th and 6th European Golden Shoes. Also, he's the only person to have the 2 FIFA Golden Balls and 2 FIFA Club World Cup Golden Balls. From all the main points that I mentioned and discussed just now, I think it's not hard to realize the reason why I consider him as one of the most influential people in 2023. First, Messi started pursuing his dream at a very young age when he was only 5, and he didn't just get to where he is at today by luck, but he used his hard work and efforts to pile up all the accomplishments that he has. Second, even though Messi has faced the hardest moments in his career, he still managed to get up from the heat and keep chasing his dream as becoming a better football player. As for the third point, we can see that Messi never gives up, even though he had the thought of it. But he used his perseverance and determination to keep it up and came back stronger and finally reached all his goals in the end. And last, all of his achievements and records just shows that all his efforts pay off, and he uses his action to show everyone that he deserves it. I have known Messi since I was at a very young age. I saw him shining in FC Barcelona, leaving the club, joining another club that I think is not suitable for him, and climbing back to the top of the mountain again and becoming the GOAT that most people agreed with. Last year, I watched the entire FIFA just to see him win the championship, and when the moment did come, I feel really happy for him because he works really hard for it, and I think no one deserves it more than he did. From him, most people learned the importance of perseverance, determination, and maintenance, never giving up, and of course, the most important one, the sportsmanship. Also, he inspires them to think about what they want to do in the future and how are they going to make it come true. Unlike many athletes who can only shine in a period of time, Messi is able to maintain all his abilities, achievements, and strength until no one is able to question him anymore. And he didn't just brighten up himself all the time, but that he also lightened up people's hearts and hope. And that makes him one of the most influential person in 2023, undoubtedly. So this is the end of my presentation. Thank you for listening, and it's time for the Q&A session.
Very good. So can we start with any questions or comments?
Just curious, are you a fan of like soccer, or do you just know this?
I watch soccer games.
Good. Any others?
So recently, his contract in PSG is about to expire. So do you want him to back to Barcelona or go to follow Cristiano Ronaldo's staff to join for huge amount of money?
Because he has said that the FC Barcelona is like the second home to him, so I wish that he can get back to there. And I don't want him to stay in PSG anymore.
We know that Messi have a lot of goals in a lot of different competition, right? Are there any one goal that you impress you the most? You love that goal. You know what I mean? The moment he get home.
Yes, there are many significant goals that he had done, and in this year he has a very, like 2 weeks ago, he has struck a very great goal, but I forgot which competition that is. He's playing PSG.
So that's the goal you love the most, or?
No, but I like the 100 goal offense in FIFA.
Anyway.
Good. Any others?
Oh, I'm sorry, it's the 1,000, 100.
Just curious, do you buy the lottery? Because I always bought lottery if I watch soccer games.
Because I have very bad luck, so I didn't buy it.
I have a question here. I mean, before 2022 World Cup, I think many people believe that Ronaldo is maybe the biggest rival of Messi. Of course, we know after World Cup, maybe the competition is over. But I mean, if we compare the two of them before 2022 World Cup, so do you think that Ronaldo has any chance of rivaling Messi in terms of techniques and achievements?
I think, of course, there is a chance of it because I think Ronaldo is also a very good football player. And I think both of them are the most, like the GOAT means the greatest of all time. And I think these two are the only person in this generation who can be called GOAT.
I want to know about what's your opinion about Kylian Mbappe and Haaland.
Oh, I think there are also two great football players, but they still cannot be talked with Messi and Ronaldo yet because they just come out and they don't have such achievements and records that Ronaldo and Messi had.
Good. Any others? So just out of curiosity, did anyone introduce you to football? Is that because someone in your family also loves football?
Actually, no.
So you just
I'm
discovered.
the only one who is watching.
Okay. Good. Right. So if there are no further questions, then thank you very much for the presentation.